지금 다운로드 받으세요.
We're back here live at the Nexon Arena for more SSL Season 2 2016 Challenge matches here in Group C. And things are looking pretty one-sided overall.
Yeah, I think that this is not going to last as long as I was hoping. We'd have to see such a big turnaround from our Zerg players.
I mean, look at this. This is just, this tells the whole story right here.
Yeah, it's very tough. The thing is, they will start playing each other a little bit more, so we'll see some more wins in that bottom half no matter what. But, yeah, like, literally, Impact or Rogue has to turn everything around right now, or we're just going to suddenly have, like, 3 guys with 6 wins, and that's going to be it.
The only people who are going to play each other is actually Jogji and Impact for this first round. It's going to be game number 15. Rogue plays up against Deer to play his last game, which I would expect him to lose. So if I had to give a prediction, I'd say like Deer ends 4-1 here in the first half. Rogue is 1-4. I'd say Jogji is probably 0-5. Like, I'd assume he's kind of crushed, and he is going up against Impact, who's like pretty good, probably the best out of the 3, you know, losing half. So I'd say Impact ends at 2-3, Jogji at 0-5, and for this game, aLive against ByuN.
Well, this is the awesome one, right?
This is the sick game.
Yeah.
That, you know, it doesn't really matter who wins unless like someone drops the ball hard. But you know, with how aLive is playing, I think I'd have to give it to him, ever so slightly.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you on that. ByuN is playing very nicely, but aLive overall has just been like a complete package for the past week and a half.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, he was like great at the beginning of like Savoy, then was kind of quiet, and past week and a half, man, he is a badass again, so.
Yeah, he took some time off. He didn't even come down to the studio for a lot of their Pro League games. He was just like, no, I got to practice. I would assume, you know, because he just didn't show up, you know? And then all of a sudden, with you know, the individual leagues coming back online, Pro League round 3 coming in, which is very important for Africa too. He just turns it on. It's almost like he took some time to focus, and I would actually really love to talk to him and ask him if that was the case, because it's really showing.
Yeah, he's really showing like he's current with the meta, his micro, his macro, his tactics, his decision making. Everything is really on course right now for him. So I think you could be right about that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, let's jump into Frozen Temple for aLive versus ByuN at TBT. Here we are on this Frozen Temple map, and up in the top left, it is aLive, the red Terran, from the Africa Freaks. And down here in the bottom right in the blue, the Terran player from no team just yet. It is ByuN.
Hopefully he finds a team relatively soon here. By the way, out of the Pro League teams that are not like, that haven't been doing well this year, which one are you liking? Like, you like
who has the best chance to get
who's coming up right now, do you think?
Well, are you specifically talking about who is going to get that 4th spot? Because there's the 3 teams that are already in.
Yeah.
And there's one team that has to make it between either CJ, Africa, MVP, or Samsung. On paper, it looks like Samsung is the strongest, but at the same time, some of their other players haven't really been performing. Reality stepped it up a bit.
Yeah, it feels like it's only Reality and Deer really carrying that
Pretty much. I mean, Hurricane is just like, oh my god, he disappeared, man. I don't even know what happened to him.
He's losing every game,
So maybe it's not Samsung. With the acquisition of MC, as long as BL doesn't lose any more Hellbat games, I feel like they're probably going to be the team.
Yeah,
but at the same time, Africa's looking good too.
Yeah, that's kind of why I asked. I wanted to see if you mentioned them, because I'm kind of liking the way that they've been doing it recently, right? Like, aLive is in very good shape. I think Patience is going to be a force. Like, I think he's going to be one of the best Protoss in the world over the course of the next year or so. He's going to reach that. And so, I don't know. I think they have an outside chance. But I would absolutely agree with your assessment. Samsung looks strong. CJ probably will get it. And Africa is, like, looking all right. And then, you know, Gumiho is trying his hardest, trying his damnedest to carry MVP all the way, but I don't think that's going to work out.
I'm like, wait, what was that other team again? Oh, yeah, MVP. Poor Gumiho. ByuN is on that team too, right?
Yeah. ByuN's playing well, and I mean, Departure is like meh.
Yeah, ByuN is on that team, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought he was on Afrika, but he's not.
Their jerseys are close enough that sometimes I mix them up in my head a little bit. They're just both like very light jerseys.
Well, ByuN is doing a weird build here, going for lots of Reapers, and he's actually keeping them here at the top of the ramp. He has not shown them. And now it looks like he's going to send out one to make it look normal.
Yeah, this is really, really bizarre what we're seeing. Okay, an SCV actually sneaks his way up, so that's a really weird time to have a Reaper pop out, so he might feel like something's going on. Look at how many Reapers, though, and he's also teching behind this.
Yeah, both players getting their tech up pretty fast, but already aLive has a CC. So ByuN needs to do a bit of damage, and looking at the army of aLive, I think he should be pretty fine, as long as he doesn't overextend. ByuN following up now with his own Hellion.
This is a lot of Reapers. Of course, if he hits some grenades, it's going to be great. Wow, great grenades going down here for aLive. ByuN having a harder time.
Yeah, aLive definitely wins the trade there. I mean, he's got 2 Hellions now, going to be very good against these Reapers, and he just has to back off. Not much he can do. Now aLive has a landed orbital at his natural, whereas ByuN is trying to follow this up with more Reapers, more Hellions, and a Viking.
Well, he needs to actually do something here. Okay, nice little pick off there. I think you might need to even lift this command center. You have to deal with this very carefully because, of course, these do heal up. So if they're picking off units, backing up and healing, it's going to be hard to actually stop him.
Nice trade there by aLive.
Yeah.
Gets a couple of those Reapers. And, yeah, as long as he doesn't send any of his Hellions out alone and have them get sniped with the Master Reapers, he should be okay.
Looks like this Reaper of aLive will get picked off here. ByuN following this up finally with the command center. So that's good. He did eventually have to make that, as those Reapers were not going to be ending the game, and he's still making them. Is ByuN too obsessed with Reapers?
I think so. I think he's got a problem. I think we have to talk to him.
He's got a Reaper addiction. We need to have an intervention.
Yeah. Get all the Terrans around him in one room and just say, listen, man, they're not that good. I know there's a lot of potential if you get a good angle into some grenades, right?
Yeah.
But they're not that good.
All right, we'll see exactly how good they are or are not. Trying to hold this ramp a little bit, throwing down a grenade here and there.
Viking in the mix here for aLive. It gets bounced back by a grenade.
Oh, God, and ByuN actually killing off quite a few units there, but the landed Vikings are actually powerhouses with the types of units we have around.
Yeah. Now look at this Liberator coming into the back door. Already has killed 4, 5. Should get a... No, he's not gonna commit to it.
Attacking up into the natural again with whatever he's got left over here. Shouldn't be able to do too much damage, but he is killing off some SCVs at least.
Yeah, he's still getting damage, still somehow finding it, and ByuN is trying to prove us all wrong with this continuous Hellion, or rather Reaper production.
Yeah, he is so aggressive in this game. Once again, the Vikings do land to try to take him out. You know, he's killed 9 SCVs here. He actually has more SCVs than aLive does at the moment, which this game is so weird, though, like this strategy overall.
ByuN has 2 Vikings that he's going to land here at the front. I thought he could keep them up and maybe try to bait aLive into going up, but they do so much damage on the ground, too, if there's nothing to stop them.
Yeah, the more SCVs he picks off, the better here.
Although he is sticking around for a while and he loses everything. I guess he just didn't want to, he wanted to get as much damage on the ground as possible instead of just lifting up and dying anyway.
I think what he's trying to do here is kill so many SCVs that it snowballs into his favor. He's got to be careful to have some units at home, though, because he's spending every one of his units. Now, he does have a Cloaked Banshee about to hit this natural.
And I don't think aLive is ever going to expect this. He has nothing back at home, no turrets, no nothing.
The way this has gone, I would never... I mean, that's crazy. The Banshee's in here actually doing some significant damage.
And it has Cloak, too. So he needs to commit to a scan, which he doesn't want to do right now after losing so many SCVs. It's a really nice follow-up.
Yeah, he has made just about every unit that you can really make as Terran in this early game. A Liberator has harassed. He's used a lot of Reapers. A couple Marines we saw, landed Vikings, Cloaked Banshee, Hellions. I mean, there's very little else that he can even make at this point to attack aLive with.
And now the Banshee is helping push this attack back. You know, this drop is going to do a bit of damage, get him back into this game a little bit, but he stops the main push from happening with that one Banshee, which is very important.
Yeah, because he is a little bit low as far as that army goes. He's catching up now, of course, because he's done so much economic damage to aLive. But, you know, aLive is... It seems like aLive is, like, really in trouble here just because he has so little economy.
And he's losing even more. So many of those SCVs are weak. Now his drop goes down. He's got pretty much nothing in terms of momentum here. Now he's trying to go for a drop, but this can be eventually cleaned up.
3 Marines just attack moved into a bunker. Like, I don't even know what I'm witnessing here at this point.
Now he's down 30 supply, and the majority of that is in SCVs. He isn't that far behind in terms of army supply, but at the same time, ByuN is just going to be able to come in here.
Ooh, aLive losing a Viking there as well, being a little bit sloppy. Loses both siege tanks also. aLive has nothing going on.
I think that's it.
This what a weird game from ByuN.
Whoa, yeah.
How many Reapers did he make? He made like 12 Reapers or so.
Yeah.
At least 10.
It was a huge number. I don't quite remember exactly how much, but like, it's an interesting idea because you know where your opponent is, so you can get that early momentum with the Reapers, and then it's still got a really long rush distance, so your opponent can't quite counterattack too effectively.
Yeah.
And the Banshee follow-up is just so nice. I really love that.
Yeah, that was like the nail in the coffin right there.
It fits so well with just everything.
Well, ByuN does attack in here. A couple medevacs with Stim Marines and Siege Tanks, and picks up a very easy victory here. ByuN taking that down.
That was an away map win. So,
was it?
Yeah, ByuN is going to go up to 3 away map wins, which is really nice going into the half points here.
Yeah, okay, so ByuN with an away, aLive finally with a loss, and ByuN takes the lead in this group. He's got the 4 wins with 3 aways, so they're tied in overall points. But yeah, there you have it.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big deal considering, as you said, he doesn't have a team. He can't play any Pro League this season. And
yeah, the only person who can tie ByuN now is Deer. If he takes this next game against Rogue, he's going to have another away map win, and he'll also be 4-1. So they'll be tied up at 4-1. And 3 away map wins, so.
It didn't feel like Deer was doing that well, but I guess, you know, he just lost early, and I kind of had it in my mindset. I'm like, oh, maybe he's not going to do so well, but
and then
here he is against Rogue, you're right.
Yeah.
It should probably go to Deer with how Rogue's been playing, but it's on Invader. That third base, again, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries a 2-base play.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an option for him. We're going to have to look and see the spawn positions, of course. If you get at vertical spawns, because as we mentioned before, I think we mentioned this on the cast, the cross positions are actually banned.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to spawn there on this map. It's just too long. It's just make crazy games. So it's only vertical or horizontal.